Thank you. First Alert, supporting survivors of domestic violence and abuse. Local police are highlighting the myths and warning signs. Aisha's at the First Alert Safety Desk. Good morning.
Good morning, Tammy. This is part of Domestic Violence Awareness Month in October. And this morning, the Fond du Lac Police Department wants to share the message that domestic violence does not discriminate. It impacts people of all ages, genders, backgrounds, and it can happen in any neighborhood, workplace, or family. The nonprofit End Domestic Abuse Wisconsin in 2024, it says domestic violence claimed the lives of 109 people. Fond du Lac police say it's not just physical abuse, it can be financial, emotional, or sexual, but also technological abuse where the abuser monitors phones, tracks locations, or harasses someone on social media. Advocates say these forms of abuse often build over time, creating fear and control that can be difficult for survivors to escape. Warning signs can include extreme jealousy, possessiveness, intimidation, constant surveillance, or patterns of unexplained injuries. And while myths suggest that domestic violence is a private issue, you don't hear about it or only happens in certain households, the truth is it's a serious public safety issue that affects our entire community. Fond du Lac Police, they're inviting you to join Solution Center for the Light Up the Night event. It's tonight at 6:30 at Hamilton Park on Sophia Street. It's in Fond du Lac. The event is dedicated to remembering and honoring the lives tragically lost to domestic violence. Police say each story is a reminder of the urgent need to raise awareness and support survivors. They say we can all work together to stand up against violence in order to create safer communities for everyone, guys.
All right.